Greetings, salutations, welcome to TFI, where we have another appearance from Peanut. Yay, Peanut! Okay, that smells. But it's inspired by yesterday's Render Wars episode, where we saw a magnificent render from Steve Griffiths of a chessboard. I thought I'd reproduce that in Autodesk Inventor using much bad practice but lots of speed. So as part of the do it in under so many minutes clickbait title that I've probably put in, yeah, you're welcome, that starts from when the modelling starts. But we need to go on over to Google Images to download a texture first. Alright mate, let's get cracking. This video is taking somewhat of a twist since the original intention was conceived and the introduction was recorded. I was going to do a kind of a tutorial style video, but then I thought, there's no chance in God's green earth I'm going to model this to best practice. So let's not do a tutorial. Let's do a how fast can you put together an awesome render in Inventor style of a video. And I did also consider doing this in absolute silence, because you will kind of first world problems, but you would not believe how difficult it is to model and talk at the same time, especially whilst you're being recorded. It's extraordinarily difficult. So I did consider putting some music over the top and just doing this in absolute silence, but then I don't know, I thought, no, I can yabber on and do this at the same time. I might not be doing it the fastest that I could possibly do it, but at least it's not complete silence. So right, that's the chess piece profile done. It's probably not going to be the prettiest chess piece you've ever seen, and to be honest, I know so little about chess, I don't even know which chess piece this is. Bishop, maybe? I have no idea, not a clue mate. Right, let's drop the ball on the top. I've got a kind of rough image in my mind of what I want this to look like, but I am winging it. I really don't know. Don't know where I'm going with this, but I kind of know what the scene I want to looks like. Whether I'll actually get it like that, I don't know, but what are you gonna do? Alright, let's put a 3 on there, let's put a 0.5 on these smaller edges here. I want a bigger one there. I should have put one on that one, and then that one there. Right, let's put a 2 on the bottom one there. Right, yeah, so there's literally nothing best practice about anything that I'm doing. Don't use this video in any teachings. I know these videos occasionally do get used in universities and various colleges. Please, for the love of God, do not show this one. There's nothing good practice about what I'm doing here. Do not teach anyone anything that I'm doing. Oh God, I've went through the fillet. That should be up a bit about there. Alright, that'll do. And then we'll fillet. See, this is what's bad practice. Like, all of these fillets should have been left till after I've done all the features, but well, there we go. There's my chess piece. That looks alright actually for a complete rush job. That looks fine. Right, so we're using the Autodesk Appearance library as opposed to the Inventor Material library, and there's my chess piece done. Right, so we need to do the floor. In most circumstances, you wouldn't model floors and walls in Inventor, but you do when you're doing a render, because it can sometimes help to physically have an environment to apply textures to, as opposed to just using the HDRI. It can sometimes help. It just depends what kind of effect you're going for, really, and I think I know what kind of effect I'm going for. So having floors and walls is something that I need, so we're going to do 350 up on the walls. Right, there we go. So we should have 3 solids, a chess piece, floors and walls. Right, let's go into the appearance browser, and I need to create a copy of a wood texture, so we'll use American Cherry. That'll do. We'll edit that. I'll make that the chessboard. We'll change the tile to be the chessboard, and we'll change the size of it to be 8 by 8. That should be roughly the right size. We'll put a bit of grain into it, and then we'll pick solid 2 and then make, bang on mate, that's absolutely spot on. Right, so the walls, God, I have no idea, not a clue. I don't want them too dark, but then I don't want them to look false. Let's use wasting time here. Let's use Adobe Beige. That one I'll do. Right, so we'll go for solid 3. So that's like a brick style, so I need to change the size of that. Let's make that 10 by 10. Is that roughly right? Yeah, I'll do. That's fine. And then for the relief pattern, let's put a bit more bump into that. And right, now I need to do a pattern of the chest piece. So we'll pattern this solid going that way. Let's make 3 of them. So it was 50 in height, so if we just do 50 both ways, that'll do. Right, direction 2, go that way, we'll make 2 of them spaced by 40, so they're pretty close together. Alright, okay mate, that's it. So that's the modelling done. I think I just need to change the camera to perspective, hop on over to Inventor Studio and get ourselves a camera set up. So we're going to use 1280 by 1024. Let's set that until satisfactory. We'll use Stuttgart Courtyard, and let's make ourselves a camera and link it to the view. Change this to the f-stop, and let's position the camera. So let's jump in and set up a point of view to be roughly there. Right, when I actually do the render, I'm not going to be able to screen record, because the way it utilizes the CPU, it absolutely kills my screen recording software and throws off all the audio out of sync. Speaking of out of sync, Inventor Studio and cameras are an absolute nightmare. I have to change that up. Is the f-stop completely gone again? I'm going to put that there. F-stop of 4. Might be too blurry. We'll see how it goes. Right, so I think that's it done. We'll just increase the exposure to 2, and let's see how that goes. So I'm gonna have to pause this and do a render and see what it comes out looking like. I'm pretty chuffed with that, mate, actually. Alright, so I've stopped the original record and started a new one so I can talk over the top of this one, and that looks sweet as that. Like, the exposure's bang on right from the go. And it's going to take a while to clear up the grain, but the modelling, I think it was, I still don't know how long the modelling took. I would say about 7 minutes maybe. But there you go, there's your chess piece. So what I'll do is I'll wait for this to clear up, and then I'll show the final image at the end. And I've stopped the render there at 10 minutes worth of rendering, so it's on 350 passes. It's a little bit grainy, but that's just due to the depth of field, and Inventor probably needs a few more 1,000 passes to clear up the grain if it ever will. But that's not bad, mate. That's not bad for what was, I think, about 6.5 minutes worth of putting the scene together, getting the camera set up before hitting render, and it's not bad what you can do with some decent textures and a decent camera setup. I think the camera could possibly be zoomed out a little bit further, just so the chess pieces aren't so zoomed up close. But that's not bad. That's not bad for 6.5 minutes worth of work. But there you go, mate. There you go. If you wanted to follow that along, good luck. It wasn't done with the intention that you do that, but you're more than welcome to. So thank you very much, and thanks for Steve for his entry into Render Wars yesterday for the chess render that he put in, which inspired this video. And thanks to everyone who's contributing towards Render Wars. Thanks to the Patreon supporters on the channel. If anyone's interested in supporting a TFI on Patreon, links is in the description down below, as well as a link to Pluralsight if you want a free trial to that. I've got a few courses, including a visualization course on Pluralsight. I get a little kickback if you sign up using my link in the description. So thanks very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Toodles!